Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you my project, which is actually a university management system using Spring MVC and Hibernate. Now let me first explain you the project. Now this project has three sections: instructor, course, and student. So if you click on instructor, then it displays a list of instructors on which you can perform all Hibernate CRUD operations. We can see all the courses of each instructor. Also, we can add those courses that does not have any instructor assigned. If we click on course, then it will display a list of courses with on which we can perform all the Hibernate CRUD operations. We can also see the instructor name for each course. There is only one instructor for each course. And we can see all the students of each course. And if you click on students, then it displays a list of students on which you can perform all Hibernate CRUD operations. You can also see all the courses of each student, and you can also add those courses that the student did not take. So there are three sections of my project: instructor, course, and student. It's a simple university management system which I built using Spring MVC and Hibernate. Now this project has two requirements. The first requirement is a student can take many courses. Simultaneously, a course can have many students, that is, add many to many. And another requirement is an instructor can take many courses, one to many, and many courses can have one instructor, that is many to one. In other words, an instructor can take many courses and a course can only have one instructor. So this is a simple project that I made using Spring MVC and Hibernate. Now I'm going to demonstrate you the project. So this is my project. I'm running it on Tomcat server. So first, you see I've listed the technologies used. I've used inversion of control, dependency injection, models, views, Spring MVC concepts like models, views, controller, services, data access objects, request parameter, request mapping, form tags and data binding, built-in validation rules. I used Hibernate CRUD operations and two Hibernate mappings, actually three Hibernate mappings, one to many to one, and many to many. So these are the concepts and technologies that I've used. I've written this in the JSP file anyway. So first of all, let's start, right? So you can see that there I can select instructor, course, or students, any of the option. Let's select courses. Okay, so here I can see the list of all courses, right? So these are all the courses that the university is offering: geography, literature, and history. There are three courses. Now in this page I can perform all Hibernate CRUD operations. For example, I can add a course, right? For example, if I add, say, English, right? English, save. It's saved, right? English is saved. So I can add a course. Also I can update a course. If I want to update English, let's click update and change this to English, say, language, right? Yeah, and just save it. So see, it's updated. English is updated to English language. So I can add a course, I can update a course, and also I can delete a course. So let's just delete English language, right? If I click delete, yeah, it's going to show you a dialog. If I click OK, then English language is deleted. Fine. So now we have three courses: geography, literature, and history. We can see the instructor of each courses. Currently there's no instructor because there is no instructor that took these courses. And also we can see students. See, over here geography shows students. I can see the students of geography, but it's currently empty because there is no student who took geography course. We can also see the students of literature. It's empty. There's no student who took literature. And we can also see the students in history, right? And there are no students in history course. So fine, so it's empty, right? Yeah, so no instructor took any course, no students took any course. So let's just go back to home menu. Okay, so let's just click instructors. Okay, so again, in this page, this is the list of all instructors page, right? Here I can see all instructors, and I can also perform all the Hibernate CRUD operations. First of all, let's add instructor, right? Okay, so let's add instructor, say David Barrera, David at gmail.com. See, we are adding an instructor. Now, I I actually performed some built-in, I actually used some built-in form validation rules over here. For example, for the first name, I used @min. So if I type DA, it's not going to take this course because we need a minimum of 3 characters. That's the validation rule that I have set. And if I remove this @ sign from email, it's not going to take this email because again I have, you know, I put a built-in validation, a built-in form validation using @pattern. So for first name I used @min, and for email I used @pattern. So that's why if I want to save this, then it's not going to take this form. See, it's showing an error. Minimum 3 characters required, and email address must have @character. So let's just, so I used built-in validation rules. Let's just change this, David Pereira and David at gmail.com. See, so just save the instructor. Yeah, see, David Barrera is here. Let's add another instructor. See, Mengchi Liu, right? And it's Mengchi at yahoo.com. So let's just save another instructor, right? Let's save Mengchi Liu. Okay, so now we have 2 instructors, David Barrera and Mengchi Liu, right? Okay, so now let's see David Barrera's courses. If we click show courses, then we can see instructor David Barrera's courses. It's empty because David Barrera didn't take any course. So let's add courses for David Barrera. We can see all the courses right over here: geography, literature, and history, because these are the courses with no instructor, right? Geography doesn't have an instructor, literature doesn't have an instructor, history doesn't have an instructor, so David Barrera can take any of this course, right? So let's add history. Okay, let's see David Barrera's courses. David Barrera took history. See, now if I click add courses, then it's going to show geography and literature, not history. See, geography and literature, because history has an instructor, right? David Barrera is taking history, so history is not showing over here. So back to David Barrera's courses, history. Now let's just see courses for Mengchi Liu, right? Mengchi Liu doesn't have any course, right? So let's add a course for Mengchi Liu. Again, it's not showing history, it's showing literature and geography and literature, because David Barrera has taken history, remember? That's why it's not showing. Okay, so let's add geography. Okay, so now let's see David Barrera's courses. David Barrera is taking history, Mengchi Liu is taking geography, and Mengchi Liu can take literature. It's not showing history because David Barrera took history, and Mengchi Liu took geography, so it's only showing literature, right? To instructor list, and let's again see the courses of David Barrera. It's showing history. History is the course that David Barrera took. Let's add courses. It's not showing history because David Barrera already took history. It's not showing geography because Mengchi Liu took geography. So this is the only course with no instructor, right? So back to David Barrera's courses, back to instructor list. It's working perfectly. Now let's check another functionality. Let's click on David Barrera's courses. Let's delete history, right? History. And again, let's see David Barrera's courses. So David Barrera isn't taking any courses because we have deleted history. And if we want to add courses, if we click on add courses, then we will see history, right? Because David Barrera deleted history. So see, we are seeing history. and literature. We are not seeing geography because Mengqi Liu is taking geography. Mengqi Liu, show courses. See, Mengqi Liu is taking geography. Anyway, so it's working fine. And also, let me show you another functionality that's we can also, perform all CRUD operations over here too, just like the list, just like in the courses list. And we can perform a CRUD operation. For example, Mengqi Liu. Let's just change Mengqi Liu's name, right, to Mengqi Li, right? Mengqi Li. And if we save this, you can see Mengqi Li is updated, right? Okay, so we can also update instructor. We can see the courses of each instructor. We can add courses for an instructor, and also we can delete a course for an instructor. So we have all functionalities, right? Okay, so again, Mengqi Liu, and we can also update the name. So let's go back to home menu. Let's now go to courses, right? Again, you see over here it's showing Mengqi Li in geography. Remember, in the instructor section, Mengqi Li took geography, so that's why right now in course it's showing Mengqi Li, right? Okay, so it's working, right? In this course list is also working because it's showing the names of instructors. Let's go back to home menu. Now let's click students, right? Again, in the same way, we can, add student. Same, we can perform all Hibernate CRUD operations. We can add student, right? So we can add Weiler, say Dodd, okay, say Weiler, gmail.com. Now again, we are performing the same built-in validation here too. So if we want to save this, it's not going to take this because there's no @ character at email. So we need to put @character. I have used the built-in validation everywhere. So let's save this. Weiler Dodd. Again, let's add another student. Let's say Ashik Mohaimin. That's me. Let's add myself, right? I'm a student. Yeah. Okay, so save. So see, now we have two students, Violet Dodd and Ashik Mohaimin. We can update a student, we can delete a student, we can perform all CRUD operations. Now let's just see courses, right? See courses for Violet Dodd. Violet Dodd isn't taking any course, right? It's empty. So if we want to add courses, we will see all course, geography, literature, and history, right? Because Violet Dot didn't take any of those courses. That's why. So let's click add courses. See, we are looking at geography, literature, and history because these are the courses that Violet Dot didn't take. So let's add geography. Let's see the courses of Violet Dot. Violet Dot is taking geography. And if we again click add courses, it's not going to show geography because Violet Dot already took geography. That's why. So now we are looking at literature and history. We are not seeing geography because Violet Dot took geography, right? Back to Violet Dot's courses, back to students list. Let's see the courses that Ashik Mohimin took. Ashik Mohimin didn't take any course. Let's add a course, right? For Ashik Mohimin. If I click add courses, then it's going to show all the courses because Ashik Mohimin didn't take any of the three courses, right? So it's showing geography, literature, and history, all three, right? Again, let's add literature. See the courses of Ashik Mohaimin. Ashik Mohaimin is taking literature. If we want to add courses, then we are not going to see literature because Ashik Mohaimin took literature. We're going to see geography and history. Geography and history, right? Yeah. So we can also add geography, right? So if we see Ashik Mohaimin's courses, Ashik Mohaimin's taking geography and literature. We can also delete courses, right? From here, let's delete literature. Let's see the courses of Ashik Mohaimin. Now Ashik Mohaimin is only taking geography, right? Yeah. And if we want to add courses, then we will see literature and history. Literature and history, right? Okay. So it's working perfectly, right? Okay. So let's add many courses, right? Let's also add literature for Weiler. let's add another course, right? Let's add history for Ashik. So now let's go to courses, this courses section. This is the home page. Okay, so now there are students, right, in these courses. So let's see the students of geography. See Weiler and Ashik. We can see the students in geography course, right? Let's go back. Let's see the students in literature. There's only Weiler, right? Okay. And let's see the courses, and let's see the students in history, right? Show students. There's Ashik. So yeah, it's working perfectly, right? Yeah, it's also showing the list of the name of instructor, right? See geography, Meng Chi Lee is taking geography. If I add David Barrera a course, right? For example, let's David Barrera is taking history, right? Now in course, if we go to course, David Barrera, history instructor David Barrera. See, it's working. Anyway, so this is a simple, very simple university management system that I built using Spring MVC and Hibernate, right? And it's working perfectly, right? There's no bugs, there's no errors, fortunately. So this is the project overview, right? And this is actually the architecture. It's pretty much important, this diagram. So this is actually the architecture. So there are three types of classes, right? Instructor, controller classes, service classes, and DAO classes. And yeah, so we made controller classes in service classes and DAO classes for instructors, for course, for student, right? Yeah. Okay. So we all know, right, what these classes do, like, right? DAO, right? Data access object. These classes actually access the tables. Like instructor DAO accesses the instructor table, course DAO accesses the course table, and student DAO accesses the student table. So DAOs access the table. These service classes are very important because, see, because service classes actually uh, takes data from the DAOs. It interacts with DAOs, and it takes data and sends data to DAOs and service. And over in my project, see, the service classes are actually using multiple DAOs. Like instructor service is using instructor DAO and course DAO. Student service is using course DAO and student DAO, right? Yeah. So this is the architecture. And each controller, for example, each controller is using its own set of GSP pages. Like instructor controller is using instructor GSP pages, course controller is using course GSP pages, and student controller is using student GSP pages, right? So this is the project architecture. And this is the EER diagram. I have generated this from MySQL Workbench. As we can see that student, course, and student, these two have many to many relationship. This means a course can have many students and a student can have many courses, right? So since course and student, these two have are mapped by many to many, right? So therefore these two tables actually needed a joint table, and the name of the table is course student, right? And this course student table has two foreign keys, course ID and student ID. Course ID refers to the primary key in the course table, and student ID refers to the primary key in student table, right? Yeah. And there's also another table like instructor, and the relationship between course and instructor is one instructor can take many courses, but many courses can only have one instructor, or one course can have one instructor, right? So this is one-to-many relationship, instructor to course, one-to-many relationship, and course to instructor, many-to-one relationship, right? So yeah, so this is the EER diagram that I've made. Anyway, I hope you all liked my project. So in future, I'm just going to extend it, by using our RESTful web services and other features. So I'm working on it. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching.